Okay, welcome everyone. And today we have had a lot of requests for us to make a tutorial, basically going through loading a program from Flow onto an ESP32. So let's go ahead and kind of go through the entire process. And we will just start in Flow here, and let's go ahead and make ourselves a new program. So let's go ahead and start. We will call this ESP32 Basic. It is going to be a core type canvas. And let's go ahead and create this. So here we are. We need to start dropping elements onto here. The first one that we're going to look for is the ESP32 core. And this one here is going to have a bunch of objects on here that are going to facilitate just different things, whether you're on the ESP32 itself or whether you are running this in the browser. Having this core object on here is going to help things run better in your program. So just make sure that you add that one on there. We are going to also be using the boot button. So let's go ahead and drop in a digital input. We also have the LED that we're going to be using here. So let's go ahead and put our digital output. We also have a little NeoPixel strip here. Let's go ahead and drop that one on there. And let's get started and kind of start setting these up. So let's start with the button. So let's go ahead and just give this guy a new name. Let's just call it button. And we can double click on here. And now you can see that we're going to want to fill out a few things on here. This actually is pin 0, which is the boot pin. It is okay to use that if you know what you're doing. We do in this case, and we're going to be okay. We're going to set this to debug so that it will print things when something happens to this button here. So we are all set up on that one. Let's go ahead also and set up our LED. So let's go ahead again. We'll call this LED. This is on pin 2. Again, this is the built-in LED that comes on a lot of the ESP32 modules. Again, we will hit debug. So we have these two objects. When we press the button, we want the LED to come on. So we are going to wire these two together. We have our NeoPixel object here. And we're going to add a couple of animations to this. So we dropped on a rainbow animation and we dropped on a color chase. And keep in mind here that, when you pick an animation, it's going to pick either of these out of a list. We have 0, which is going to be off. And then as we count up from 0, it is going to go in the Y direction. So this will be 1, this will be 2, and if you had more of them, it would count on just like that. Let's go ahead and give this guy a better name. We need to set up the pins for this. This is on pin 26, and we have 5 pixels that you can see here. And we are pretty much all set. This is going to be the entire program. We are going to add on one other little object here, standard in, and this is a really cool one. This is kind of one of these things that I sort of never saw coming, and is really cool. So we're just going to check this REPL option here, and again, we will get back to what this is as we get a little bit further into our program. So our program is here. Let's go ahead and save it. And once we have saved it, let's go ahead and just run this in PyScript here. And you can see that we have loaded up this program. We have no errors, so everything is looking good. Let's go ahead and just look in the terminal real quick. You can see, Neo, we have our NeoPixel object. We have our button and everything else. So everyone is here. Everything looks like it's doing good. So our program looks like it is going to run okay. Let's go ahead and we are going to view code here. In view code, there's going to be a download zip option. We're going to press that. So now you can see here that we have gotten a zip file with our program on it. Let's go ahead and look into Thonny here real quick. So I will also offer links up here to get to Thonny. This is an easy way to load and configure things with MicroPython. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Run and Configure Interpreter. We are going to act like this is a fresh ESP32 here. So we're going to want to install the actual MicroPython package on here. we're going to select the local MicroPython image. And I will share some links to find this on the GitHub, but we're going to pick this particular version here. And we also want to make sure that we have the correct COM port. So let's go ahead and click install. We're going to click install, and we want to press and hold the boot button until you can see that it is started. So it is started, and it is going to go ahead and run this. So I'm going to speed up the video here real quick, and we will come back. We need to navigate to where our program is, or where we decided to just extract it to. You can see that I've done this before, but you can see here that 985 is the particular program that we did here. So let's go ahead and open that up. We have a load of files here. Let's go ahead and just select all these, and we are going to just upload them to the device. Okay. Okay, here we are. We have all of the files loaded on here, and everything is running here. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to just make sure that my cursor is clicked over in Thonny here, and I'm going to hit Control and the letter D. That's going to reset the ESP32, and you can see here that we are off and we are running. So let's go ahead and press the boot button, and you can see that we are debugging here. You can see that the LED is going just like how we have it wired up. Button goes here, LED, and we have a simple program. And now here is the cool thing. So somebody is doing something really cool with one of our robot arms, and we are going to be very excited to share that as soon as that is available. But he was asking, you know, I have one of these robots, and he's doing a really cool automated manufacturing type scenario here. And so he is wanting to have his robot go and need some way to, you know, interface with the robot that isn't necessarily through the web GUI like we have showed in a bunch of our other videos. So we have created this standard in object here. We have added it to our canvas, and basically what that is going to do here is allow us now to type things in to the serial port right here. So you can see here we just typed a little expression. Again, it is actually evaluating that because we checked this send to REPL. But this is really cool. So you know, you can go ahead and do whatever you want. Let's go ahead and you know, turn on our LED. Excuse the typing. You can see that our LED has turned on. You can also affect our NeoPixels. So let's go ahead and look at that. You can see we type in Neo. Again, this appears that we're at a REPL prompt. This isn't actually the real REPL prompt. We're just kind of being able to interface with this, and the, you know, the ESP32 is still doing its thing. Right? Like, we haven't actually stopped our program. We're able to interact with this as it's live, and, you know, in real time add in some new code. So let's go ahead here. We have our Neo object, and we want to turn on an animation. Oops, sorry. Let's go ahead and turn on the rainbow. So again, 0 is off. We have 1 here. So let's go ahead. We're going to call that method here, and you can see that we have a rainbow animation going. We can also do the same thing with the color chase. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll copy. And you can see that we have our color chase. So again, very simple. In a few steps here, we have done something that's pretty simple, but this happened very fast, and from here you can go ahead and change things. Let's go ahead and make a little change here. So if you're doing development here, you don't want to go through the whole process of kind of exporting and changing the entire program every time that you want to do something. So let's go ahead and let's just what can we change? We don't have a whole lot of objects here to mess with, but let's just say that we want to disconnect the link that is between the button and the LED. We have our program over here. It is running. Let's go ahead and stop this. So we're going to press Control-C. And you can see here that now we're actually at the legitimate REPL prompt here. You can see that when I push the boot button, nothing is happening anymore. We have now stopped our ESP32, and we have changed this, and we want to change our program. So we deleted the link between the button and the LED. Let's go ahead and save this. And if you're developing things really quick and it's like, oh, I changed this, how do I just kind of quickly drop some code onto the ESP32? You can come here and you can see that we have this bit of Python code here. We're going to copy this to the clipboard. This is going to end up in the config.py. And you can see that, this is the old program that we had. And you can see that the change here, that the subscription that we had from the button and the LED now is actually gone. So again, let's copy to clipboard. We can come over here. We can just select everything, and we can just paste in our changes. Now we can go ahead and just save this. It's going to go ahead and load it up to the ESP32. And now we can, again, just hit Control and D. It is going to now reboot up the ESP32. And now you can see that when I push the boot button here, we still are getting our debug message here, but the LED is no longer doing its thing. So you can go ahead and, even if you aren't using the web GUI or anything like that, you can quickly and easily change your programs, load them on here. Just keep in mind that if you wanted to, add some new element or something like that, let's say that we dropped on this GUI slider, you are going to probably have to, the easiest way would just be to completely save this thing and kind of just put all the files on again, because you can see over here that we do not have GUI slider as far as the things that are in the dependencies. So again, I think that that's enough for our video for today, and thank you guys very much. I hope you guys all have fun and have a wonderful day. Thank you.